यहाँ तारुफ पेश करें अजीम पिरानी साहब।
I am representing the homeschoolers, of which mashallah there is a very large growing number. So we thought we would present to you people an alternative to what we generally consider conventional education. What is home education? Home education, also called homeschooling or home-based learning, is the education of children, typically by parents or by tutors, outside of the formal settings of public or private school. Although prior to the introduction of compulsory school attendance laws, most childhood education occurred within the family or community. Home education in the modern sense is an alternative to attending public or private schools. Now, this is what Wikipedia says, so I'm sure you could have all done that yourself. I'll take it one step forward. Why are we doing this? Why are we going through this hassle when we could just as easily send our kids to school? Why are we bothering to keep them at home and going through all of the hassles of giving them an education at home? Well, it allows us to give our children an education at our pace rather than dependent on the pace that the school wants to follow. Plus, we can give them a more holistic educational experience. That's not to say that schools do not try to give a more holistic experience, but this way we have greater control on how we're doing it. Third, the tuition culture. Now, no matter how much your schools say that, look, we do not promote tuitions, we do not encourage tuitions, the ground reality is that our society runs on tuitions. Fourth, get a much better return on investment. If you sit down and calculate the number of school days that you're off, especially living in Karachi, and the amount of fees you're paying, you will often realize that return on investment is much better on the home education side. And finally, we believe we can provide a better option for our children. It's just like anybody choosing a particular school and saying, I believe that this school can do a better job for my children. Similarly, I believe that I can do a better job for my children. Okay, so now what I've done is I've divided home education into 3 different stages. The early home education, your child is 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5. Here it is a need, not a choice. Child's learning starts in the lap of the mother. We all say this, right? We all say that pehli school bachche ki ammi ki god mein hoti hai. So, well, that ammi ki god is home education. Finally, most countries of the world still do not allow children to start school till they're 5 years of age. Pakistan is sort of, from what I understand, sort of unique, where we expect our kids to be 2.5 and sitting in a classroom. So, anyway, that's one of our reasons for going towards home education. During the middle years of home education gives you additional flexibility. As I mentioned, you use your own pace, you can choose the things you want to learn. What I learn first, what I learn second, that's up to me. Secondly, freedom. The freedom to do what I want. I want to spend half my day playing cricket because I'm really passionate about cricket, and I'll spend the other half, beshak, till midnight doing academic work. And finally, the whole objective of character and tarbiyah. Obviously, mashallah, the vast majority of the educational institutions that we see sitting here have a very particular mindset. That is not the case with the Awamun Nas or the massive number of schools that we have outside in Karachi. There, controlling the tarbiyah is a little bit of an issue. Finally, advanced years of home education. Here, when your child is already 17, 18 years, the tarbiyah has already been instilled, the character building has already been done, the child now goes into a university and he flows. And this, granted, in Pakistan, formal home education is sort of a new experiment. But abroad it's been going on for a long time. In fact, in the United Kingdom they did a study and they found that from the students that have come into university, home educated children